All right, here with Oklahoma State 57-pounder Landon Robideau. The eve of the Iowa duel, we're sitting in here, and in 24 hours, this place is going to be insane. Last time I talked to you, I don't know if you had wrestled in your first Gallagher-Iowa duel, but what has that experience been like for you?
I mean, it's pretty incredible. I think it's something really special because we went to a couple different places this year, and it's like you get 5,000, 6,000, it's a sellout, and our worst duel hasn't even been that. So, I mean, it's pretty incredible that this place gets 10,000, 12,000 people, and to wrestle in a place like that is just a privilege.
How excited were you, maybe this, contrast your emotions the first time you were going to wrestle Iowa at the national duels to now. Is there any difference, similarities?
Same. Just want to go out and kill them.
Yeah, it's funny you bring that up. I was talking with Coach Roper, and he's like, I'm watching what everyone's doing in the room, and everyone's kind of doing a different thing. He said, Landon just wants to maul somebody. Like, that's just kind of your default setting. How long has that been kind of your ethos, how you've kind of carried yourself?
I mean, probably since a little bit more of my senior year, but especially when I got here, just the intensity of the room. I think you just rise up. You have to raise a lot to even be competitive in the room. So I think just having that mindset really helps.
Yeah. What have you learned throughout your first season here? It's a very different thing from a high school season to being on the Oklahoma State wrestling team and wrestling the schedule that you guys have had for a true freshman. That can be daunting. What have you learned about yourself, and what have you learned about wrestling throughout that year?
I would say say I have to. I mean, it's been a lot of trust in the coaches, trust in what I know I can do. I think that's probably the biggest thing. I think if you already go out there defeated or not believe in your abilities, it's kind of hard to go out and win big matches week after week. But I think if you trust in the coaches, what they're saying, they have the best interest in you, and if you're trusting your own self, I think that's where it really can help you.
You wrestled a lot of the best at 157. Your lone loss to Antrell Taylor. What did you take away from that experience wrestling Antrell?
Just got to be more offensive. Got to score more points. Can't let matches be 1-point decisions or 4-3. So just try to go out, score more points, and widen the gap a little bit.
What does the Iowa rivalry mean to Oklahoma State wrestling?
I think it means a lot. Obviously, I haven't been super deep in Oklahoma wrestling, being from Minnesota, so I don't exactly know. But when I went out there my first duel, I knew it was pretty heated because you could hear boos when any Iowa, anything trying to happen. Oklahoma State fans do not like it. So I know it's pretty deep, rich history, but I know we come out on a lot of the duels, so that's kind of what I think.
I was talking to Dee just a couple minutes ago about the dynamic you guys have as teammates in the freshman class especially, and he told a story after his match against UNI where he had almost lost to Downey that like you gave him some tough love there, like what are you doing? Is that a role that you find yourself like gravitating towards, or is that something that maybe is just kind of materialized this year?
I mean, it happens to me too, so I know if I have something happen to me and someone comes up to me and kind of lets me realize what I did wrong, it kind of I process it a little bit better. And I know D could have went out there and killed Downey by a lot more, and he's like, I knew I was gonna beat him, so I was just like, why didn't you beat him by more? And he just kind of thought about it a little bit, and I think D's realizing how good he is. He's been excited this whole week for Caliendo. He said even this morning when we showed up, he's like, yeah, I was walking in, I was going to get my clothes, and I just got that excited feeling. And it's kind of cool to see because he's starting to rise up a little bit more, and I think this is probably going to be the best performance he has all year so far.
What are your emotions like when you get on the mat? He's saying he gets that exciting feeling. What do you feel like when you're maybe pacing right before you're about to shake hands?
I just think about I try to think about nothing. I mean, I put in a lot of training, so my body knows what to do, my mind knows what to do. So I think if I think about nothing, I kind of go out there and just do what I need to do.
The next couple weeks for you guys, maybe, for a wrestling fan, it's the most fun. You got the Iowa-Oklahoma State duel, 2 weeks are Big 12s, 2 weeks NCAAs. How excited are you to reach this point in the season?
I mean, it's a lot of fun. The whole season's obviously been a lot of fun, but now this is where it really starts counting. Individual and team, the NCAA tournament's coming up, and Big 12s are too, but right now just kind of focused on Iowa, and that's about it right now.
What's it been like? Jax Forrest arrived in January. What has he added to the team dynamic?
I mean, he's been awesome. I met Jax over the summer when he was coming down and training and stuff. So it hasn't been anything super new. I mean, he's been around here. He's training hard. He's just like a lot of the guys in the room, really trying to pursue high goals, and I think it just helps our room out even more.
You're someone who, you know, when you talk to other wrestlers, you talk to other guys on the team, you're very revered in kind of how you carry yourself, how you approach wrestling. If you're talking to a young wrestler, someone that doesn't know you, what is it about your day-to-day that separates, even in the minds of people that are extremely high level?
I would just say try to separate myself. If I can see any weakness in someone, my opponent or anything, I try to make sure I'm doing something better. If they're waking up at 7 o'clock, I'm waking up at 6:59. If they're doing, I even told Sergio this. We were doing pull-ups one day, and we did 50, and he noticed I did a 51, and he's like, why'd you do that? I'm like, because I had to beat you. So then he did 52, and I did 52, and now I have to kind of even out, or else we'll just keep going. But I think if you can do one more rep than your opponent or one more rep than someone else, it not only raises our team up if they notice, but we just start passing our competition.
I love that. Well, Landon, I really appreciate your time and you sharing a little bit. Do you have anything else before we let you get back to your day?
Nope.
All right, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.